Welcome to Quadratic Formula Day 2. Today we're going to work with rational answers. So it's going to be almost the same thing as yesterday, but with a little extra step at the end. Here's your warm-up. Pause now to complete the warm-up. So remember that we are solving, so our problems are going to be equal to 0. We could try slide and divide, but we could also use our quadratic formula. So let's try it both ways, okay? Way 1, slide and divide. Okay, so I'll have x squared minus 9x minus, oh boy, negative 19 times 2, which is negative 38. Right, divided by 1, divided by 2. And if you go through the entire list of numbers, all the way up to all of them, you'll discover there's nothing, once again, nothing that will make this happen. Nothing at all in this whole world. All right. So once you discover that nothing exists to do that, you're going to go, okay, if slide and divide doesn't work, I'm going to use my quadratic formula. See why it's useful? So A equals, B equals, and C equals. A is 2, B is negative 9, and C is negative 19. I'm going to use my quadratic formula, which is opposite of B plus or minus square root B squared minus 4AC all over 2A. So when I do this, I'm just plugging in all of the numbers where they belong. All right, so again, B is negative 9. B squared will be negative 9 squared minus 4, and here's where A goes, and then this is C. Watch those signs, it's a negative 19, all over 2A. That's not A, is it? So opposite of negative 9 is positive 9, plus or minus the square root, and that will be 81, okay? And let's see, negative 4 times 2 times negative 19 is 152, and that is a positive 152, all over 4. So 81 plus 152 is 233. Which is an irrational number, which is why that doesn't work. Okay, so there's my answer. That's all I had to do. So these are going to be exactly the same as yesterday, except there's a little twist at the end. So again, we're going to have A equals, B equals, and C equals. A is our leading coefficient 4. B is our negative 3, and C is negative 22. Again, I'm using my quadratic formula to find what x, in this case n, the variable, is equal to. Okay, so I will have opposite of B plus or minus the square root of B squared minus 4 times A times C all over 2A. So hopefully you see where every piece came from. We're just plugging things in. So my opposite of B, my negative 3 will become positive. Negative 3 squared is 9. And then I've got to do my math for it. Negative 4 times 4 times negative 22, which is plus 352. Okay, all over 8. So when I'm done, I get to 3 plus or minus the square root of 361 over 8. This is where the problem is going to become different than yesterday, okay? Yesterday, no matter what we put in the root, it was ugly, but, forgive me for a second, if we take a calculator, okay, let me pull up my calculator. Okay, most phone calculators will do this, but I do like Desmus.com the most. Okay, we just need a scientific calculator here. Come on, buddy. He'll load soon. We would realize that the square root of 361 is a rational number, meaning a nice number that has answers. Okay, did not want a graphing calculator. Okay. Sorry for the time delay. All right, so we are going to try doing the square root of 361. All right, the square root of 361 is a number. It is 19. So this is really equal to 3 plus or minus 19 over 8. Okay, so if we have a number that actually reduces and is rational, okay, that means we can actually finish a little bit more math. So what's happening here, once I figure out that the square root of 361 is 19, is I'm going to have to add and subtract. So first I will add 3 plus 19 over 8. Right, and 3 plus 19 is, that's the ugly 8, 20, 21, 22 over 8, which reduces by 2. And so we get our answer 11 over 8. And then I'm also going to do it where we subtract. So the plus minus means we have to do two problems. We have to add it, and then I also have to subtract it. 3 minus 19 over 8. Okay, which is negative 16 divided by 8, which is negative 2. So these are my two final answers. Unlike yesterday, we don't leave them under the root because we can take it out. It is a rational answer. These problems technically can be solved by slide and divide, but the numbers are quite large, so it's usually very much a pain. Let's look at another example. Okay. So again, quadratic formula has not changed. A is 5, B is 4, C is negative 28. We're going to do the opposite of B. So it's the opposite of 4, plus or minus the square root of B squared minus 4AC all over 2A. Right? So is that different from yesterday? No. Rewrite it, negative 4 plus or minus the square root. And that should be 16 plus, right, just to demonstrate, you can do this on here. We have negative 4 times 5 times negative 28, which is 560, all over 10. All right, so that ends up being negative 4 plus or minus the square root of 576 over 10. And because I've told you it's a rational answer, we're going to try it out. Let's see what the square root of 576 is. It's 24. So I have negative 4 plus or minus 24 over 10. So again, we're going to have two answers from this. We're going to have one where we add negative 4 plus 24 over 10. All All right, that's 20 over 10, which is the answer 2. And then we're going to have one where we subtract negative 4 minus 24 over 10. So it's negative 28 over 10. Reduce. That should be negative 14 over 5. What a glorious number that is. All right, so that is the answer, okay? 2 and negative 14 over 5. So in some ways, the irrational ones where you get to stop at the root is nice, but this one to me is nice because you get to have actual answers at the end of it. So your class for today is to complete 1 through 10 again. Okay, let's see, what's your bonus? Okay, bonus help here. Oh, I feel like we should do 8 because that's kind of terrifyingly large number there, 133. So let's check out 8. All right, A is negative 3, B is 2, and C is 133. Wow. Never fear. Okay, let's give myself a lot more room here. All right. Opposite of B, start like normal. Opposite of B plus or minus the square root of B squared minus 4AC. All right, B squared again is 2. 4 times A is negative 3. And C is 133. All over 2A. Like so. So we will have negative 2 plus or minus the square root of 4. And this one's a little tricky, so we'll have negative 4. You can even write it like this. All right, of 1,596. 4 plus 1,000, yeah. 1,596, that's fine, over negative 6. All right. Well, this one actually turned out really pretty. So we're going to have negative 2 plus or minus 4 plus 1,596 is the square root of 1,600 over negative 6. Right? The square root of 1,600 is 40. So I really have negative 2 plus or minus 40 over negative 6. Okay, so we're going to do it the two ways. We're going to do the addition for my plus minus first. So negative 2 plus 40 over negative 6. So that should be 38 over negative 6. Gross. Does reduce though by 2. So we should end up with, casually knowing that, 19 over 3, and it's going to be negative because I have a positive divided by negative. And now for the subtraction, we'll have negative 2 minus 40 over negative 6, which is negative 42 over negative 6, which is a positive 7. And that's all, folks.